My name is Elasu Edmond Counsel, and I am here today with my colleague, the Honorable Achom Alobo Joan, the woman member of parliament for Soroti City, together with several other people at my back, who I will introduce later on. But the background of this presser is that today a very special event has happened in which the Chief Magistrate Court of Soroti dismissed a case in which the Honorable Achom Alobo Joan, together with the 11 other people behind me, who were initially charged, have been set free by the court today. Now, the background to this matter is that on the 7th of March this year, the Honorable Achom Alobo Joan, together with the rest of the colleagues, including our party president, the Honorable Engineer Amuri Atoboy, the Honorable Jonathan Igwalu, Member of Parliament, Soroti West, together with other local leaders within Soroti here, organized a peaceful demonstration which was coined No Cow, No Vote. The intention of that demonstration was to challenge the powers that be, or the government of the day, to make a statement or to act in as far as the prolonged interests and the demands of the Teso community is concerned, especially around the issue of cattle compensation. Unfortunately, during the same week, there were some unfortunate developments that were happening within Soroti City, which the locals may be well versed with, in which there was a matter in Jozan. I think there was a murder of a pupil in that school. During the same week, the community were expressing their disappointment and their frustration with the police and with the school administration, and a lot happened during that day. In fact, there was more of a separate demonstration around the school. So while the demonstration and the No Cow, No Vote developments were happening at the same time, these honorable colleagues were unfortunately arrested. And that was on 7th of March. It was a Friday, I remember very well. And I, together with the rest of the party colleagues, party lawyers, did our best to come to their rescue. And it's at this point that I want to appreciate co-counsel who we were faithfully appearing with before court, and they included the Honorable Court Bitek Junior, Member of Parliament, Kyoga County. We had the Honorable Adeke Ann, one Member of Parliament, Soroti District. We also had Council Gabriel Ogire, of course, together with me, Elasu Edmond, who were appearing for the accused persons. So if you count from 7th March to date, it is exactly 5 months and about 8 days. And during those 5 months and 8 days, we've been faithfully appearing before the court, meeting all the conditions that were set by the court, including the appearances, and meeting the bail conditions that were set by the court. Now, the charges in this Jozan file were numerous, but they included malicious damage, they included criminal trespass, including theft. In fact, it is alleged that the Honorable Achom Alobo Joan was engaged in the stealing of mattresses, the stealing of fridges, the soda, among other things, which was unbelievably ridiculous. And that she incited a group of other people who they claim engaged in the vandalizing of the school. And those who know the school know that there's a lot that happened in as far as that is concerned. But that is not for us to explain or defend, because ours was purely a No Cow, No Vote mandate. So when those charges were preferred against this team, she was initially released on bail, I think on 12th of March, after spending a week in Soroti Government Prison, together with the rest of the colleagues. The others who were at the back were released much later in intervals. But today, following a spirited argument that we presented to the court, we brought to the attention of the court the fact that for the last 5 months, we've been faithfully appearing in court, ready to defend the team before the court. At the same time, the prosecution, that is the state, have been hesitant to diligently appear in court and defend or to present their case before the court. In the last 5 months, I think that we have appeared in court a total of 12 times. A total of 12 times. From the 12 times, the state, I think, have appeared barely about 5 times. And you know that issues of court come with a great deal of time and resources. So we made an argument before the court today that, look, our clients were charged before this court. Yes, some of them were granted bail, and yes, we met all the bail conditions. We've appeared before this court faithfully. How come that even while we are appearing before this court, the people who brought them before this court are not being responsible enough to follow up their matter? Because it is expected that the state would take the forefront in meeting the conditions that the court sets, including availing their witnesses in time, including leading their witnesses in court, and presenting their case before the court, so that we have the chance to defend ourselves. So what happened is that the accused persons have been denied, we're denied a chance to defend themselves, but the conditions, they were conditioned to keep coming to court with a great deal of inconvenience, with a great deal of resources spent, and a lot of opportunity costs suffered in the process. So today we made an argument before the court that why don't we look at this matter fresh, given that the accused persons have met all their conditions, they have appeared before this court. Isn't it true that this matter should be dismissed for want of prosecution, given that the state have failed to act in as far as their responsibility or their end of the bargain is concerned? And we are very happy that the Chief Magistrate agreed with us and dismissed the case, and ordered that even the bail sums that we paid be refunded. So what does dismissing the case mean? It means mainly 3 things. One is that nobody is going to disturb us again in as far as this Jozan matter is concerned. We therefore have no case to answer in as far as this Jozan matter is concerned. The Honorable Arson Jozan, together with the other 11 accused persons who are behind me, are now free to go home and rest and do whatever they have without the inconvenience of coming back to court again. It also means that the charges have fallen flat-faced, and the state, unless they lay fresh charges, have no interest in as far as expecting these accused persons to appear before court is concerned. Now, we know that these cases were divided into 4. The Jozan case was being heard separately, but there were others that came as a result of the no cow, no vote, which we are also going to follow up vigorously and try and make sure that they are brought to their logical conclusion. So, as counsel, we are very pleased with the court. We believe that the Chief Magistrate Court operated based on matters of law, and she did what was necessary, just and right to do. And I'm sure that all those who are lovers of justice and peace are very glad that this development has been registered today. So, as counsel, we are happy that we did our part. My appreciation goes to co-counsel who have not been able to appear for this presser. And I mentioned them before, the Honorable Court Vitek Junior, the MP, Member of Parliament, Kyoga County, the Honorable Anna Deke, Woman Member of Soroti District, and of course, Council Gabriel Ogire, who I was earlier on within court today, but has not been able to make it here today. So we thank you very much for coming, and it's at this point that we encourage the community members who have been very bitter about this matter, and we have been praying that the Lord has answered your prayers and your people are free. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Arson Jozan, the woman MP for Soroti City. I want to thank the decision by court today, and I welcome it in good faith and with love, and it has proved to us that the judicial system is one of its kind. And personally, I appreciate. From day one, I have been telling my constituents, and I told court I am innocent, and both my people who are incarcerated over the same issue are all innocent. And I am glad today that the judicial system in our country has proved a point that it has worked under the law. I want to thank the lawyers who have been behind this case, especially Edmond Elasso, who has been making inroads. We have Counsel Bitek, we have Counsel Gire, my sister Honorable Anne Adeke, who even stood surety for this case, because we all know this case was a case that is criminal and would it would go to life imprisonment. But my sister Anne Adeke and Honorable Mayor Paul stood surety for me in this case, and I want to thank everybody. I really want to thank the Soroti High Court for this. Soroti High Court, so Chief Magistrate's Court, has not only delivered justice to me as an individual, but has delivered justice to the people of Soroti City, the people of Uganda, and it has proved that as a citizen, as citizens of this country, the people of Soroti City have a demand, have a right to demand for justice for the brutal murder of one of a pupil by the names of a Jozan in Jozan. And this brings us to a point to say we still demand justice, that court should give justice to the lost soul. I want to thank my party, the FDC, that stood by me from day one, and by the team behind here. They kept on advising us, they sent lawyers, they kept on talking to us and giving us hope. And today we are here with freedom. I want to thank my members of parliament who stood by me, fellow colleagues, people came in, physically advised and all this. Much as this court case had derailed me from performing my duties as a member of parliament, because each and every time I was returning to Soroti to attend to court, and it really pushed me back. Even with my constituency, I could not perform all my duties as a member of parliament in Soroti City, but I thank God. God has won the battle. Many of my opponents were looking at this case as something to lean on, to see that I am convicted, but the God I serve has proved it again and has done it again for me, and has given a leader for the people of Soroti City. I will continue demanding for the voiceless, and I am very glad that this now gives me leeway to continue performing my duties as a member of parliament. I'll be full in parliament, I'll be full in my constituency. I will have nothing on my backlog trying to put me on task. And I want to assure everybody out there, my opponents, I am back in full swing with more fire and vigor to ensure that this constituency is led by a leader who stands for the truth, and that is none other than me in that matter. I want to thank the people of Soroti City. There was a lot of pressure from the community. They were all aware, and they're all aware that this is a politically motivated case, and there was a lot of pressure, and they stood firm, prayed for me, prayed for us, prayed for everybody who was taken there innocently, and here we are today. Your prayers have been heard. Your beloved leader, woman, daughter, sister, mother, Joan, and the team, our sons and daughters who were in prison, are finally out. God has made it for us. God has heard your prayers, and we thank you. We are here with full freedom. Thank you, Soroti City. Thank you, Council. Thank you, FDC. Thank you, everybody who prayed for me, for us, and for everybody. We pray that God grants us.
God.
My next move, or our next move, will be guided by our council team, and we do not have anything to say today because the case has just been dismissed. We will have to go back and sit down with the whole team and agree on what next. Depending on the council's advice, we shall be able to communicate our next move.